Today I'm going to be doing the second part of the questions to do with averages. On Friday we looked at several of the biggies. I think we had a 6-pointer somewhere in there. Let me just scroll to the very top of what we did on Friday. Yeah, we did a 6-pointer there. One that has lots involved, just to find out that word median. That's all it's got to do with averages. Then there was a 5-pointer straight after, not in the same, wouldn't be straight after an exam. It is the same exam, not 2138 and 2138, but not directly after. That's the next bank of questions. And then as we scroll through, that one is on the same paper. And that one is on the same paper. So as you can see on this one paper, you can see that averages is appearing several times. If you look at that one, 2138, that's once. Did I just see the wrong date on mine? Did I see the 2000 and slightly before that, didn't we? Let me just double check that. Why does that say that? Done the one on that one? Okay, that's no, I haven't done them on that one. That's definitely Friday. Okay, so as I was saying, I got distracted there. I must have copied and pasted the blank onto here and then realized that I'd not changed the date. That's fine. Well, we'll walk through. So on paper 2138, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions to do with averages. Okay, we're talking it's built into several of the questions, and that one is, you can count, it's only just one question, but actually it's asking you to talk about the mean and the range. And we've got on there, we've got the mode, we've got median. So in one exam paper, we've got a good cross section of questions about averages. So what we'll do, we'll move down to the questions that are left. We'll get through those. And then what I'd like people to do is have a go at themselves. I'll send a blank version of this out to people, have a go at them, and then see where you're getting challenged, see where you're getting stuck at. If you're getting stuck anywhere, then please reach out to me, because these are the level of questions in the level 2 paper. If you're only doing level 1 and you're having a go at these, then give me a shout and I can send the exact equivalent of some level 1s, or we'll do some level 1s on another workshop. So we're here. It's a 5-pointer. So it's a big question to start with on a Monday morning. Are we all woken up? Hopefully we are. Jake wants to estimate how much you'll be paid per hour next month. He can work this out by using this formula. So straight away we're looking at using formulas. It's been given for us, so that's the easy part. It's been given. We don't have to remember it. So if pay is that part, and to work it out, we've got N, the number of successful applicants, and it's M, the monthly salary of a successful applicant, divided by 5, add 320 at the end. So next month, Jake expects to place 3 successful candidates. That was N. So if we do here, P equals N, bracket M divided by 5, add 320. We've still got P because we don't know the answer yet, but he's now said he expects to place 3 successful candidates, and N is successful candidates. The monthly salary for each job will be 2,000. So that's the next part. So we've now got all the numbers we need for this question. It's just a case of understanding. So it goes from understanding a formula to now BIDMAS, because we've got to know what to do first. So if we know BIDMAS, B for bracket, we're going to do the bracket first. So we're going to go 2,000 divided by 5 equals 400. And it is non-calc. So if we're not sure about 2,000 divided by 500 by 5, why not go 20 divided by 5 equals 4, because that's part of our 5 times table. We should know that one. And add the second 2 zeros back on the end, which becomes 400. So quick way to do that one. Let's get rid of that. So we know that that part here is 400. And then as you can see, it's a multiplication here because it's parked right next door to the bracket, and then that's an add. And in BIDMAS, brackets, indices, division, multiplication together, addition, subtraction together. So it's multiplication next. So we've now got 3 times by 400 equals 1,200. So we've cleared all the bracket, and then we can just add our 320 on the end. That's a bit of a scrappy ad, isn't it? Let's get rid of that one. Didn't you get rid of it? Let's get rid of it. Add that one, and we can see it's 1520. Okay, so we've done this part of the question. We've done the brackets, we've done the formula, and we've got an answer now of 1520. It's worth 5 points, so we can't stop there. It says estimate Jack's pay per hour next month. Use the modal. Modal, remember MO for modal. MO, most common number here. We've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 160 hours is the most common. That's per month. So next month, Jake expects the monthly salary is that. The table shows hours worked for the last 8 months. So 160. And what's this one? Is that now I've lost my. Oh no, I haven't. That's the total amount they earn. I'm thinking where we got that number from. Okay, so he's going to get paid 1520 divided by 160. So that looks quite complicated because we've got a triple. And a triple, and any division when you've got a triple, I don't know my 160 times table at all. Why would I? But I can definitely do my 16s. Even if I don't know it, I can write it down here. So I can go 16, 32, 48, 64, 80, 96, 112. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. Should we carry on? 112, 128, 138, 140, 144, and 160. All right, so that's definitely enough. We got 10 times 16. Right, as we can see here, we've got a 0 here and a 0 there. So in theory, we're dividing both numbers by 10 because we're getting rid of the zeros. However, the number that we get at the end will still be the same. So it's still going to be the same answer. If we did 100, if we had a calculator, which I do, and I'm not going to get it out because it's non-calculator, but if we did 1,520 divided by 160, we're going to get exactly the same answer as if we get 152 divided by 16. We've just divided both sides. We've balanced it up. We've taken the same amount. We've divided both sides by 10. So let's go 16s into 15. Doesn't go. So it's a straight shot here. Look, 16s into 152. As you can see, we've got all the way down to 9 times. That's 10 times. So 9 times. Yeah, and that's 144. That's 152. So we've got, how many we've got left over? We've got 6 takes us up to 150, and then another 2. So we've got 8 left over. 8 left over. 16s into 8 don't go. So we can put our decimal place on there, and we can put a 0 on here. 16s into 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look. So for that sum now, it becomes pounds and pence again. Don't forget, because it wants to know how much you can get paid per hour. So we can't write 9.5 in pounds like that, can we? It becomes £9.50. And that is a non-calc question, quite heavily involved. I'd say the most difficult part will probably be the division part at the end. However, if you wanted to work it out with just your 16s here, and you got up to that, you know, if you think about it, that's my 160 times table. Yeah, it's all the way through. It's exactly the same, and you get the same answer. Can I take each one off nice and neatly? So, hence, like I said, if we were going to use the 160 times table and write the 160 down here, you got the same numbers, hence why I take one off each side, and we're just looking at a double-digit division. Still quite difficult, but much more manageable than a triple, especially when it's non-calc, so they're going to give you a little bit of leeway here. Look, we've got a 0 and a 0, so we can cross both those off. There's no decimal points involved and things like that. So let's scroll down. Vicky and Keishan also work at the recruitment agency. The table shows a number of new staff they've recruited so far this year. Vicky claims that on average she recruited more staff per month than Keishan. Keisha disagrees. Use the data to show that both Vicky and Keishan could be correct. Show your working. At the start of Friday's lesson, I wrote all the averages down. If you remember what they mean, range, highest, takeaway, lowest, modal, mode, most common, median, middle, when in order. So we have that small, medium, and large symbol, like I said to you, when you go to a shop when it's first opened, all the clothes are in order. So we can work out the median. And the mean, add all up, add all, divide by number of occurrences, number of numbers, basically. Right, so rewind back to Friday's lesson. That's what I wrote right at the very start. If your brain doesn't remember things before you get to an exam and you want to write it down as soon as you get in the exam, then absolutely do that. I'm just going to let the dog out. She's crying for some reason. So let's go. Brave and me today, but she's going out. Right. So we've got 4 averages to go at where we need to prove that both Vicky and Keishan are correct in that they recruited more. So let's start with the easy one. Let's go mode. Have we got a mode? Is there a most common number? 25, 18, 26, 30. So there's no mode on that one. There's no number that appears twice. How about on this one? I mean, there is on that one, but it doesn't matter. It needs to be both. It needs to be compare. Right, so we can't use mode. How about range? Let's have a look. Highest here we've got is 26. So let's go with Vicky. 26. Take away 14. Take away 14 equals 12. This one we've got 20. This one we've got 29. 29. So we've got Keishan is 29, and we're going to take away 19, 17. So that also equals 12. So that discounts the range as well. So we've got no comparison yet. We've got no modal and no range. Let's look at median. So when we put them in order, Vicky and Keishan, we've got 7 numbers. So we do have a middle number. So we're going to go for Vicky, we've got 14, 17, 18, 23. That's the number we need. Don't forget 25. No, 24, sorry, 24, 25, 26. So that is the middle number because it's the 4th number along out of 7. And then we've got Keishan. We've got 17, then 19 twice. And we said we had a modal for that one, but none. And then 20. And then just to be sure, we'll carry on at the other side. 24, 26, and 29. So again, we have got a median. So in median value, so median value, Vicky has done more sales, or has done more, has recruited more, should put there, has recruited more per month. And so the other average we've got to use now, because we've done median, is the mean. It's a non-calculator, so we've got to add them all up in our heads. So we'll scroll down a little bit, give ourselves a bit more space. I'll do them in columns here. So we're going to go 14, 25. I should have done both for the median. If we'd have been smart, we could have set them out like this for the median, but we didn't. We're not smart enough. Well, I'm not smart enough. 17, 24, and then 23. So we're going to add all those up. We've got 9, 17, 23, 30, 37. Check that again. 9, 17, 23, 30, 37. Okay. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we've got 147 for Vicky. Divided by 147 divided by 7. So again, 7 times table should be relatively straightforward. So 7 into 14, because 7's into 1 doesn't go. So in theory, put a 0 there, but we don't need to. 7's into 14 goes twice. 7's into 7 goes once. So we know that the mean value is 21 for Vicky. Let's go Keishan. Let's see if we can squeeze the numbers on here so we can sort of do it where it's looking like we can compare Keishan. So we've got 19, 26, 20, 29, 24, 19, and 17. 15, 24, 28, 37, and 44. 4 and 4. And we've got 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. Does that make sense? Oh, it does. All right, so we've got this one. So for Keishan, we've got 154 divided by 7 again. 7 times table. Look, 7's into 1 doesn't go, but we don't need to put a 0. But 7's into 15 goes twice with 1 spare. 7's into 14 also goes twice. So we can see that Keishan is 22. Right, so median value, Vicky has recruited more. Using mean, Vicky recruited more per month. And that's how you do it as a non-calculator paper for 4 marks. Take your time. It's asking you to write 2 statements. Luckily, well, say unluckily, but you know, range and mode are the easiest ones to work out. It's not going to give you that luxury, unfortunately. And so it's asking you to again use the mean and the mode just to get the averages. Then that is just based on averages, that question, with a little bit of division in there. And we've got a frequency table here, not to finish off with. I thought it was, but not to finish off with. But it's a 4 marker. For a frequency table to get 4 marks, it's quite good. Normally they're stingy and giving you 2 or maybe 3. So the table shows a number of hours, 14 carers. So we've got our number to divide by there. Our total frequency is 14. The first thing we need to do is midpoint. Okay, and then we're going to put here total. And on that worksheet we did last week, it actually told you what the total was. It's midpoint times by the frequency. And the frequency is the second column, the number of occurrences. So midpoint, quite easy here. We've only got 2 numbers. So we've got 37's bang in the middle, 40's bang in the middle, 43, and then 46 multiplied by our frequency. It's a calculator paper, so absolutely keep the accuracy up. If you had more time, yeah, of course you could work all these out in your head by doing multiplications, and it's good practice if you're not under time scrutiny. And we've got that one. That's one's easier, isn't it? 160. 3 times, so 129. And then 2 times 92. So we've got those ones. 5, 14, 14, 15, 16, 14, 15, 16, 25, 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6, 6. Divided by 14. We can use a calculator. So let's use a calculator. 5, 6, 6 divided by 14 equals 40. What? Have I done wrong? That seems bizarre. Okay, let's put that 40 point. Oh no, so I'm thinking that looks really bonkers. I'm looking for I thought I was looking for a number around £9.31, but actually for 3, we're going to do it to 2 decimal places. That's how much they earn each week. That's the number of hours. I'm thinking that looks odd. So they work 40.43 hours multiplied by the hourly rate equals, we'll cut it down to 4.4243 because that's what we just done on our other sum, times by £9.31 equals 376 and 40p. 376 and 40p. And that's that one. So for a frequency table there, process is king. We need to work out process, midpoint, done. Midpoint times frequency, done. Add all your totals up, done. Divide your total by the total number of occurrences, 14, done. And then, as per an exam, normally a little bit extra on the end just to get them extra points or the amount of points they think it's worth. The last one we've got here, and we've got the median number of residents per carer in 8 care homes last year was 18. The table below shows the number of residents per carer in 8 homes this year. Work out the percentage decrease in the median number of residents per carer in the care home from last year to this year. So we're looking at that word. Oh my gosh, that is wavy, literally wavy. Wavy line. Okay, can we get that a bit straighter? I'm going to get my pen working again. Right. Right, it's a bit straighter. We're thinking of, hopefully, we're thinking of no. And no, obviously, is not the formula in itself. New, take away old, divided by old. So we've got the word no and no, and we times by 100. So when you see little questions like that, again, at the start of the exam, there's no point writing everything down in your head. Because we've come to a percentage decrease question or a percentage increase question. It's no. New, take away old, divided by old. It's in that order, NO. Okay, so let's have a look. Last year, so that's our old number. It's 18. Okay, so we're taking away 18 and we're dividing by 18 and we're timesing by 100. So we've already got all of our numbers except for the median in this one. Small, medium, large, in order. All right, let's just put them in order here. So we've got 13, 14, 15, 13, 14, 15. We've got 16. Then we've got 18, 18, 19, 19. There are 8 numbers, so we need fourth and fifth. Fourth and fifth is here, look. 16, add 18, divided by 2. And it's calculator, so if you want to do that's 34 divided by 2 is 17. Right, we've now got, look, our missing value of 17. So if we go 17, get our calculator open. Let's move it over here so we can see what we're doing. We've got 17 minus last year's 18 equals that. Divided by last year's equals that. Times by 100. So we've got minus equals minus 5.55. I'll let a dog in again because she's now special. So and that's the answer. Use your work out percentage decrease, number of carers. We've already seen it's a decrease. If you wrote minus in your answer, you're not going to get scored down. It's a minus 5%. Yeah, it is going down. Or if you just wrote 5.55, that's the same. It's decreased by 5.5%. Or if you said it's a change of minus 5.5%, it doesn't make any difference. That's your answer. Okay, I think that is the last question, right? So I'm going to stop the recording. And like I said, people, please, if you've had a go at any of these questions and you found them challenging, just shout out. I'm just going to stop that.